So when tasked with the question of whether water is wet, I think it comes down, we got to look at the chemistrical background of it all, right? So to me, right, if something, a single water molecule, right, that's just like a water, right? Just like one H2O, two H2O thing. If it's touching something, like if it's touching my cheek, then you could say, okay, my cheek is wet. But you wouldn't say that that individual molecule of water is wet. Yes, it carries the property that makes it able to make things wet, but it itself isn't wet. But the problem is, we're looking at it all, water never comes in one molecule. It always comes in multiple molecules. So my argument is, I understand people are like, okay, well, water makes things wet. It itself can't be wet. I understand that. But the thing is, if another water molecule bonds to another if a water molecule bonds to another water molecule, isn't that second water molecule acting upon the first water molecule, thereby making it wet? And at the same time, vice versa, the first water molecule is acting upon the second water molecule, giving it the property of being wet. I think if we look at it from that vantage point, water is wet. Because if I just have the one, it's like, okay, you can make the argument, okay, well, it can't make but if another thing of water, if we're going to say, even using that definition, if we're saying that water makes things wet, water bonds to itself. I guess the only other rebuttal that could be is like, can water be dry? But I don't know if I feel like it's a moot question though, because we've already established that the one water molecule by itself is not wet. But I feel like it's more so like non-wet as opposed to being like wet or dry, if that makes sense. Like it can make things wet, but because it can make things wet, but it itself isn't wet, it like occupies, it's like the difference between like rational and irrational and non-rational. Like irrational is like you're doing something that's like not logical. Rational is you're doing something that's logical. And then non-rational, it's something that exists outside of the dichotomy, the spectrum of rationality, which is where I think, I guess you could say faith lies, where it's like, okay, I'm going to listen to this gut inclination, whatever the case is. Like there's nothing that's necessarily like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Or it's like you're doing something that's actually, like, if you think about it, is actively against your best being. That's besides the point. This water, one single water molecule is non-wet, but it has the property to be able to make things other things wet. So from that vantage point, you could say, okay, it doesn't need to be able to become dry. It's non-wet in the first place. It's non-wet, it's non-dry. It's outside of that sphere of stuff. So when we take that into account, I think that clears that rebuttal up. Water is wet. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.